Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. In this video, pag-uusapan natin ang part 2 ng pagkuha ng nth-term formula of a given sequence using a difference table. Previously, nagkaroon na tayo ng part 1 about this. If you haven't checked that out, I suggest panoorin mo muna yon dito sa link na ito. So without further ado, let's get this lesson started. So recall natin na ang difference table ay kino-construct para mapakita yung difference between two consecutive terms sa isang sequence. We keep on subtracting the terms until the difference of their differences is equal. Pero kapag ang first layer natin or yung first difference d sub 1 ay nag-equal na doon pa lang, ang sequence natin ay tinatawag na arithmetic sequence, tapos yung first difference, yun na yung common difference nila. However, kung yung second layer of differences or d sub 2 doon nag-equal, then yung nth term formula ay pwedeng ito ang ating maging formula. We have a sub n equals a n squared plus c. Kung saan yung a natin ay half ng second difference at yung c ay yung term bago mag-a sub 1. Note that we always have to check this formula for every given number of terms. So, itong video natin ngayon will talk about what if itong a sub n equals a n squared plus c ay hindi nag-satisfy. Nalaman natin na mali pala. Paano na natin makukuha ang nth term formula ng sequence na yon? If ganun yung case, maaaring ganito ang itsura ng nth term formula mo. That is, we have a n squared plus bn plus c. So kung mapapansin nyo, nagdagdagan ng bn sa pagitan ng an squared at ng c. Still, ang a natin is the half of the second difference. Kaso yung b, mako-compute natin siya gamit ang d sub 1. So, pipili tayo ng kahit anong d sub 1, tapos yun ang gagamitin natin to compute b. C, that is still the term prior to a sub 1. So, kunwari nagawa mo na, nakuha mo na yung pinaka-formula gamit itong pattern na ito, itong formula na to, you still have to check if that formula is correct. So, still, we have to do the checking part. To better understand, let's have this example. Let's say we have this sequence 7, 17, 35, and 61. Again, we will arrange it in a row like this. And then we will take these two numbers, subtract them, 17 minus 7, right minus left. 17 minus 7, that will result to 10. Let's do the same. We have here 35 minus 17. Again, right minus left. That will become 18. And finally, we have 61 minus 35 for this last pair. We will arrive with a value of 26. So kung mapapansin nyo, iba-iba ang d sub 1, ibig sabihin hindi ito arithmetic sequence. So we go further to its d sub 2. That will be 18 minus 10 or 8. Dito naman, 26 minus 18, that is also 8. So, yan. Nagpare-pareho na sa d sub 2. And to get a, we will take the half of d sub 2, 8 divided by 2, or 4. So, for this example, gamitin muna natin yung old formula. Ito, yung wala pang b. Kasi baka naman, sumakto na itong formula na makukuha natin. If not, tsaka natin dagdagan ng bn sa gitna. Next, to get c, ang gagawin natin dito, i-reverse order natin ito. So, to do that, alam natin na ang second difference ay 8. Kaso, ano yung dapat isubtract sa 10 para maging 8? Di ba 2? Kasi 10 minus 2 is 8. Doing the same sa d sub 1 natin, iisip tayo ng number na pag sinubtract sa 7, ang sagot ay 2. And we know that is 5. Ibig sabihin, itong 5 na to, yung term prior to a sub 1, bago mag-a sub 1, ito yung ating c. So far, complete na yung ating formula based dun sa previous video na pinag-aralan natin. So, ang gagawin natin dito, i-check natin if it is already sufficient. Is it really the formula for 7, 17, 35, and 61, and so on? Let's see. So let's start with n equals 1. Dapat ang sagot natin dito ay 7. So substitute natin. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. It's wrong. Hindi 7 ang naging sagot natin. Dahil hindi 7 ang naging sagot, ibig sabihin kulang ang ating formula. Hindi kompleto yung 4n squared plus 5. Kailangan nating dagdagan ng bn. So the question is, paano natin isosolve itong b na ito? Recall, ito yung ating solution kanina. Para makuha yung b, define natin yun kanina as the coefficient na makukuha sa d sub 1. So kailangan nating tingnan itong mga d sub 1. By property, each of these d sub 1 ay pwedeng ma-express in terms of a and b. That is, your first entry is always equal to 3a plus b. Your second entry is always equal to 5a plus b. Tapos, your third entry is always equal to 7a plus b. Fourth entry is equal to 9a plus b, and so on. So, kung mapapansin mo, nadadagdagan lang ng 2a itong ating first term para makuha yung first differences. So, dito 3a, pag dinagdagan mo ng 2a, 5a. Pag dinagdagan mo ng 2a, that's 7a. Tapos, plus 2a ulit, nagiging 9a. So, 2a siya kasi itong ating second difference ay 2a. Kaya nga natin dinidivide sa 2, di ba? Para makuha lang yung a. So, ang gagawin natin para makuha ang b, pipili tayo ng kahit ano dito. Kunwari, ang pinili natin ay 10. Itong 10, since this is the first entry, we can say that 3a plus b ay equal sa 10. Tapos, di ba, nasolve na natin yung a? Kanina, nasolve na natin yung a, which is the half of 8, kaya 4. I-substitute ngayon natin. 3 times 4, that will give us 12. Tapos, lipat mo lang sa kabila, transpose mo lang yung 12, b will be equal to 10 minus 2. And 10 minus 2 is negative 2. So, ito yung ating b na idudugtong natin sa n dun sa ating formula. So, kunwari, ang pinili mo naman ay 18. Subukan natin yung 18. Since the 18 is the second entry, we will use 5a plus b. So, we have 5a plus b equal yun sa second entry natin na 18. A here is still 4. So, we have here times 4 plus b equals 18. 5 times 4 is 20 plus b. We have here 18. Lipat sa kabila ang 20, transpose natin. We have 18 minus 20, and that is still equal to negative 2. So see, pareho lang sila ng sagot. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na kahit anong entry ang gamitin mo sa D sub 1, basta tama yung pagkaka-equal mo sa kanya dito sa part na to, then your answer will be the same for B. Meaning, our formula now looks like this. Nadagdagan natin ng minus 2n sa gitna dahil ito yung hinihingi na baka sakaling makakumpleto sa ating formula. Let's check dito sa next slide. To check, parang ginawa natin kanina, we will substitute each value of n, tapos dapat sumakto sa 7, 17, 35, and 61. So let us start with n equals 1. We have here 1 squared, that is still 1. Tapos, negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 4 times 1, that is 4. 4 minus 2, that will give us 2. Plus 5, ayun, 7. Tumama na yung ating first term. Tingnan natin sa second term. We have 2 squared dito. Itong 2 squared na to, pwede nating isimplify as 4. Tapos, itong negative 2 times 2, that will be negative 4. 4 times 4, we know that is 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. Plus 5, that is 17. Next, we have the third term. We have n equals 3. 3 squared here will give us 9. Then negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. 4 times 9, we know that will give us 36. 36 minus 6 plus 5 will give us a value of 35. Ayan. So far, tumatama ang ating terms. Let's try for the fourth term. We have n equals 4. And then 4 ang isa-substitute natin dito. 4 squared will be 16. Tapos, itong negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. 4 times 16 is 64. Minus 8 plus 5 will give us an answer of 61. So, kung mapapansin natin, consistent yung ating formula. Umi-equal sa mga given terms yung ating nako-compute. So, therefore, our formula for 7, 17, 35, 61, and so on is this a sub n equals 4n squared minus 2n plus 5. This is our final answer. So that's it kung paano kumuha ng nth term formula using difference table. Pero sa video nga na ito, nadagdagan tayo ng term, itong bn, yung nasa gitna ng an squared at c. Tandaan ha, ginagamit lang itong term na to if hindi sapat yung an squared plus c para ma-describe yung given sequence. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.